Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Scott's Selections here for Thursday, February 18th. Before getting today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We ended up picking up a loss, so the winning streak is officially over with the Northeastern plus 16 at minus 110 on FanDuel, as it ended up losing by 20 to North Carolina. Game kind of went the way that I thought it would based on the massive rebounding disparity and North Carolina's defense playing well. However, Northeastern simply just couldn't hit a shot for the majority of the game besides one guy. And when that happens, you're not going to win many games, so you're not going to cover many spreads. And Northeastern did have a couple shots late. The game was definitely still in the balance over the last, I'd say, 5 minutes, pretty much the entire second half, actually. But Northeastern ended up struggling to score enough times against the full bench unit of North Carolina, and Northeastern simply couldn't overcome the massive disparity on the glass. Plus, it also doesn't help when you bet against a 65% free throw shooting team, and they shoot 81% as a team. So that's the kind of things you can't really handicap. But either way, picked up a loss there. I still like the logic there. Just didn't work out. I dared a team that had not won by more than 12 since November to win by 17 plus, and they ended up doing so. But is what it is. Picked up a loss. Not going to really dwell too much on it. And hopefully we'll bounce back here on Thursday. Now for the play of the day, we're going to be looking at a matchup on a team that we actually faded a couple of days ago. It's going to be on a matchup between San Diego and Santa Clara. And for this play of the day, we're going to be taking Santa Clara in the first half, minus 3.5, which is available on FanDuel, and minus 110 at time recording of 12:21 p.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like Santa Clara first half, minus 3.5. First of all, there has been a lot of line movement on this game already. For the full game, line has gone from minus 6 to minus 7 in most spots, and there are a couple reasons for that. First of all, Santa Clara has been the much better team. Santa Clara is a 9-5 on the season, 3-3 in conference play, where San Diego is 2-7 with a 1-4 record in conference play. Now, if we're doing the math at home, Santa Clara's played 14 games and San Diego's played 9. So you might have to ask yourself, well, what exactly happened there? And the main thing that happened was San Diego had a pretty serious COVID outbreak, which is why the Toreros have not played a single game since January 28th. So this team has not played in about 3 weeks, and I think that this team will struggle in its first game action in that span. Kind of similar to the reason why we faded Santa Clara in the last game, because that team had not played in a couple weeks following COVID. We ended up getting a push there, but Santa Clara ended up getting off to a pretty slow start, and I do think you'll see San Diego get off to a slow start in this game against Santa Clara, who does possess a pretty solid defense. Now, looking at the efficiency numbers here, Santa Clara in defensive efficiency ranks 77th, according to KenPom. San Diego ranks 155th, and offensively, these teams are pretty close together, but I do think that San Diego will struggle a little bit more offensively because of the fact that it had not played and even had some limited practice situations over the last couple of weeks. I think San Diego, something you might have noticed from other teams that have just come back from COVID, tend to struggle early on in games before picking it up in the second half, and I do think that will be the case in this one. Santa Clara's defense is very solid, 77th, as I just mentioned, and I think that San Diego's offense, which is already pretty underwhelming, will continue to struggle. Now, looking at another factor for these teams is rebounding rate. Santa Clara ranks 197th in rebounding rate, where San Diego ranks 321st. I think Santa Clara should be able to clean up on the boards. I think Santa Clara should be able to generate a lot of second-chance points and capitalize at the foul line, while they should be able to force San Diego to look pretty uncomfortable over the first 20 minutes. Plus, if you want to talk about what happened in the last play of the day that we had involving Santa Clara really did not play too well, but probably should have won. Santa Clara ended up playing pretty well and probably should have won the game. They were up about 6 with, I think, 2.5 minutes to go. Lost the game outright. I think Santa Clara is pretty motivated to get back on track here at home, as they kind of let one slip through their fingertips against a pretty good Loyola team. And I do think they'll be pretty motivated to get back on track against one of the bottom feeders in the West Coast Conference. But looking at some other factors, San Diego also has some injury news, which is worth monitoring. San Diego guard Frankie Hughes, who's averaging 9.3 points per game, is questionable. He has not played in the last couple of games. And San Diego forward, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation really badly, Johan Masalski, who's averaging 6.8 points per game and a team-high 7.8 rebounds per game, has also not played in the last couple of games, and he's questionable as well. So both of them are not able to go here. San Diego is already an abysmal rebounding team, might be missing its best rebounder, and San Diego might be missing one of its top scorers, which is a serious problem because San Diego offensively is a train wreck. So other than that, though, Santa Clara, I think, should be able to put together a nice performance in the first half, be pretty motivated to get back on track after that very disappointing ending against Loyola Marymount. And I do think Santa Clara should enter halftime with about a 5-point lead. So the play of the day, once again, here for Thursday, February 18th, is going to be on Santa Clara, minus 3.5 in the first half and minus 110 on FanDuel. That's been Scott's Selection. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.